Well, we are on your block with the Detroit Opera House, where an opera on the life-changing story of the Central Park Five will have its debut. I'm joined now by Anthony Davis and Anthony Parther from the production to tell us all about it. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you are the composer.
Yes.
And you're the conductor.
I am the conductor.
So first of all, let's start with the story for people who may not know what happened in 1989 in Central Park.
Yes, well, in 1989, a jogger, young woman who was jogging in Central Park and was assaulted in the park. There was an outcry. Of course, it's a horrific crime. And a number of young men from Harlem, Hispanic and black young men, came into this, were in the park, and they were, turning over trash cans and doing, there was kind of the summer, like, et cetera. And the police pulled in suspects, and they pulled in, and they ended up indicting these 5 young men. They actually had no physical evidence that they were involved in the crime, but they ended up prosecuting them, and they were convicted. And of course, Donald Trump got involved because he put out a full-page ad in the New York paper saying, "Support our police, bring back the death penalty," and basically saying that implicating that the Central Park Five was really involved in that, and so was the beginning of his political career. So.
But later, what happened?
What happened is they discovered Matias Reyes, who was already in custody for another crime, confessed to the crime. But this is 13 years later.
Yeah.
So this is after 4 of the boys were in prison for 4 years, and Corey Wise for 13 years. So and that basically exonerated that 5.
So how did this become an opera? Tell me about that. Maybe from your perspective, how you're able as a conductor to do this and to make this into something musical.
Yeah, well, I mean, Anthony Davis is one of our most important and august, living composers. It's my job as the conductor to take his ingenious score and bring it to life, both with the singers on stage and with the orchestra down below.
And why do you think it's so important to tell this story?
Well, I think it's important because it dealt with a rush to judgment. A rush to judgment, and the fact that many people, the media, et cetera, all judged these boys, and it turns out that they were innocent, and of course they insisted on their innocence, et cetera, and also to make sure that we don't do that again, and I think that's really important, and also looking at that time period of when a political figure might exploit, the racial differences, and I think that was the case here, and so it's very important to me to tell the story.
So what's it like as the conductor to have this music and to see the audience? This has gone on how long now? Have we had this as a production?
Since 2020,
okay.
And this is my second time getting to conduct this opera, so it's quite a lot of pressure, of course, especially when you have the composer
right.
of the piece that you're conducting sitting 15 feet behind you. But opera is such a great vessel for the community to come together and explore themes of race, injustice, and quite frankly, the media's ability to shape narrative and public perception.
And also, anyone who's been to an opera, there's so much emotion in that music. So tell me, how will we feel that in this one?
In this opera explores basically every emotion you could imagine, from absolute despair to joy, love, fear. So it is action-packed, and it really goes for the heart.
Well, we appreciate you guys for being here. Tell me, how can we be a part of this if we want to go see it?
Well, the opera opens May 10th, and then it runs on May 16th and May 18th. At the Detroit Opera.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
Well, thank you.
Anthony and Anthony, for being here. We're so excited to see this. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.